I want to appreciate the brief by the National Police Commission. I was late here, and I apologize. The Commission has really tried to cover up the issue of Maraga reforms, and that's commendable. I wanted to raise an issue on welfare of officers, especially on transfers. And I want to talk about two issues on transfers. Number one is transferring officers from areas which are commonly referred to as remote areas. I think I've seen some bit of improvement in terms of those who have stayed long in those areas. But the policy of having an officer staying for 3 years as the maximum, I think should be the rule in the police service. We would like to see that one enforced, so that officers not get demoralized in those areas. And then number two is generally the officer overstaying in a station. And this is very common all over the nation. And this makes, they become complacent. If an officer stays for 5 years in a station, they become complacent or part of the problem of security. Now, I would like to hear from you whether we have an audit of officers. We can have an audit of officers. How many officers? An officer has stayed for how many years in a particular station? Because from my place, I know of officers who have been there for 5 years. And they have become completely inactive. They don't even add value to security of an area. So I would like to see officers being moved. In fact, it's for their own interest, the officers. So I talk about the areas which are normally called remote areas, and then about the general overstaying of officers in the police stations. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Ambassador. Fred?
Chair, I have more or less a slight variation on what. Start with the issue of transfers, and I want to agree that there are officers who have had that stay in difficult areas for a very long time. And I think in the past almost 2 years, there's been a great significance and change in terms of ensuring that nobody overstays in a difficult area, while others serve in more comfortable areas. But we also have one difficulty, and I think the commanders are also having a difficulty in terms of the numbers, especially in the formed units of the service, where they have specialized training and they don't have replacements when they transfer. So that now the specialized units have small numbers, and therefore trying to balance transfer and the right of a person to serve everywhere in Kenya and not to be in a difficult area for a long time is an issue that also needs to be addressed by increasing the numbers, particularly for the formed units. That is where a big complaint is. But significantly, there's been quite some change. The other aspect of transfers is overstaying. And Honorable Sikei, I think, as you have said, there is a great improvement on the matters of overstaying. And as a commission, if we receive that issue that an officer has overstayed in an area where the command has not identified, then we will be able to take it up and ask why, and take the remedial steps to ensure that that doesn't happen. On the issue of inclusion, it is the commission which is mandated to ensure that all people protecting constitutionalism and giving every Kenyan an opportunity to be appointed or to be promoted or to be given a chance to serve. It is only the commission which can be asked to do that. And therefore, that is why we are saying fund where the function is, so that we will be able to answer it better if it is not done. But if the funds don't follow function, then it will be very difficult to hold anyone to account. Because if you try to hold somebody else to account, they'll say that's not my function. And where the function lies, it doesn't have the capacity in terms of funding to perform that function. So that is one of the issues that we really need to look into. I think the CEO can answer the others.
Right. Honorable Chair, we strongly believe in pre-recruitment clinics, actual clinics, identifying and training observers, and purchasing instruments that require real-time relay of a recruited person. This 379, it's not the previous. So this 379 million is a matter of constitutional requirement, must be placed in the account for National Police Service Commission. The rest of the funds that may go to 2.8 billion or 3 billion is for training, kitting, and other responsibilities that belong to the command. We in the commission, we are not asking for a shilling of that. We are only asking for 379 million to enable us to do actual recruitment and to be able us to operationalize the automated system we have developed. For Mheshimiwa Fred, this 379 is a reduction. It is a reduction because we will be having this will cover the entire recruitment process until we deliver the recruits at the gate of the college. So it is a real reduction. And finally, Chair, about
yeah, CEO.
Yes.
I think if I understood Honorable Fred well, he said by dint of what you have given the committee,
Yes.
that you have devised a very well thought out, calculated strategic plan on new recruitment strategy.
Yes.
That actually you don't need that much money. That even 75 million could just be overboard. But now you are just changing the tune. You are actually saying that money is not enough at the same time. So what are we to believe as the committee?
Can
yeah,
I add
please,
something? Thank you.
Mburu.
Yeah. Actually, from what the CEO was trying to say, and I was just left wondering, now they're talking about digital recruitment. And from what you explained, that you have to train field officers and whatever, are you telling us that people will do the application online and you still have to go to the field, or what is the implication, so that we understand it well? How are you going to go about it from A to Z?
Yes, thank you very much, Chair. The new system, in a snapshot of an overview, is that it begins with us ensuring that first, every Kenyan gets to know that the recruitment is coming on this date, and we give sufficient time of 30 days 30 days for application. And we visit, we even go out to all the areas, all various regions to ensure that even where people do not have internet, they are assisted. They have proper time. Secondly, we have expanded our systems so that it can carry any traffic. We have built enough firewalls to protect online application from any attacks. And after that now, when we have received the applications and it is closed, and we have asked, the counties have supported their people and everybody has supported their people over a long time to apply, we do shortlisting here in the office. We shortlist here. We are not going to be having anybody who has not applied to be able to run in the ground. When we go to the ground, we will only be going to be doing physical examination and running for the people who have already been shortlisted. This we believe will remove a huge chunk of corruption, because your papers are already there. So we have also inbuilt right in the system is our relationship with Kenya National Examination Council, where as we receive the papers uploaded, we seek confirmation. We seek confirmation of or authenticity of your certificates continuously. Finally,
But Chair.
so what we will go, we will go.
Ambassador Sige.
Chair, I get what the CEO is trying to do, is to explain himself about this new phenomenon. But you have not answered the question from Honorable Kabondi, that the cost should be coming down if you are going to be digital. And I don't know whether, yeah, so why are you going to field again? You have, what are you going to save? What is the cost effect of this new approach?
These costs, Chair, are already down because, one, maybe because it is initial, because the gadgets and instruments we are purchasing in this digitization is already factored inside here. It's already all purchases of instruments is inside here. The only reason why, before the commission was being regarded as an observer, the funds that we were being given was for oversight. That is unconstitutional. That is not acceptable. Now, this year, we are going for a modest actual recruitment of 379 million, where we do actual recruitment. But we are using officers from the service. We identify them, we train them, we swear them in, and we take them after shortlisting online. We take them to complete the actual exercise on the ground.
So thank you very much, CEO.
Chair, I would seek your intelligence that maybe we need more time on a different date so that they can take us through and we interrogate them further.
Actually, the jury is already out on this recruitment, and Kenyans are really listening. Whether it is the traditional field recruitment or the proposal of or applying online. And I'll tell you from my own example. When I was in KDF, I have been a recruiting officer. So it is not a walk in the park. And that is why you are going to recruit 5, but you are going to almost get into the field close to 50, 60. And people will fall out for one reason or another. And that is why you have the physical, the medical, and several other checks. Corruption aside, corruption is just of late. It was not my generation. It was maybe several generations under me that people are paying money to get into military jobs. So for that reason, we have said that we are going to have a meeting next week between us as the committee, the commission, and NPS. And then we draw a middle ground. What would be the best for Kenya going forward? I think let us close on the issue of recruitment. If nobody has other questions, I want to ask you a few questions. The first one is on the issue of your budget.
Out of the 850 we need to complete critical things like recruitment, automation of the recruitment processes. And then we have decentralization and counseling, which we must thank this committee because for the last 3 years you have supported us to provide these counseling services to the police, and we have seen a lot of change. Chair, thank you very much. If maybe if we can answer questions if the committee wishes clarification. Thank you.
If you call us to account in Parliament, you will give an account of what you gave us. Otherwise, Chair, if we don't get, it is very difficult sometimes to account, and especially on the issues of recruitment, because that is a responsibility of the Commission, which has to be accounted for by the Commission. And therefore, the budget for recruitment should be different from that one of training and kitting, so that if we need to account for how we have balanced the country in terms of giving opportunity to every Kenyan to get a chance to serve in the National Police Service, we will be able to answer that question based on the finances you gave us to be able to perform that function. And finally, Chair, there is one also very critical issue that we've had officers saying, which we need to critically see how we can finance issues of decentralization. Currently, we are doing interviews for senior officers who are going to the rank of ASP. They are currently at the rank of Chief Inspector. And some of the requests they make to us is that be near us. We cannot reach you when we need you. So therefore, this is one of the critical areas that we also need to do. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you very much, Commissioner, and also your team. And one thing we have said, as people's representatives, we are going to sit together with NPSC, NBS, the committee, and even IPOA, to be able to come out with a formidable recruiting system that is free of corruption and also for inclusivity, that no region, no minorities, or even the big groups, so that nobody is left behind. So we are going to host that meeting as a committee. And then whatever we will agree, we'll be able to communicate to Kenyans at that